It's a new day, a new week, which means we have a new word on the Hanamichi. So last week's exploration was all about the colour blue in all its various and brilliant hues. The week before that, I was exploring the word transformation. And this week, I thought you and I could take a stroll into the world of film. I never thought when I started this program on Chinese New Year on the 22nd of January that I would be doing so much filmmaking. I have really enjoyed the daily practice of trying to improve and better my videos, and it's led to me thinking about sound quality in a way that I never even conceived of at the beginning. It's opened me up to the new possibilities of technology within film. I think we are living in an incredibly exciting time where there are so many developments taking place, particularly in the realm of AI and all of that technology. So questions I have this week are questions such as, what will the future of film look like? With all of this technology and transformation taking place, what will the landscape of film look like in 50, 70, 100 years' time? But I also want to shuttle back in time. I want to look at the greats, not just the great filmmakers, but the great ages of film, the golden ages of film. I'm also interested in looking at kabuki in film, other films that are inspired by kabuki. And I'm interested in knowing what we can learn from film directors and actors. So perhaps in the days to come, I will share clips from interviews of film directors or actors. And of course, I always try to keep a musical theme that runs throughout the week. So I'm very, very, very curious to hear what your favorite film music pieces are. Please share any suggestions, and I'm going to be creating a music playlist inspired by this week's word, which is film. But I thought to begin this week's exploration of film, I would share with you my top 7 favourite films. I tasked myself with listing 7 of my favourite films this evening. Hopefully I don't wake up tomorrow and be like, oh gosh, I really wish I included that. It inevitably will happen. But it's good, I think, to think about what your favourite films are. So, without further ado, I'm going to give myself 30 seconds to talk about each of the films I've listed, and then maybe share one wildcard film at the very end. Let's get started. In the Mood for Love, directed by Mc Caughey in the year 2000, this film is pure poetry in motion. The music, the mise en scène, the attention to detail in terms of costume, the sensitivity and softness of the 2 star actors, Tony Leung and Maggie Cheung, is phenomenal. And if there was a film I would say watch now, watch today, it would be In the Mood for Love. Just exquisite, and my favourite director. Tokyo Story. This one's directed by Yasujiro Ozu. 1953 was a golden era in Japanese cinema. It was a golden period in Japanese cinema. This film's got a very philosophical kind of flow. It's not a fast-paced thriller, but the filming of it and the kind of human characters and the relationships between the family members in this film are so beautiful. The Great Beauty, Paolo Sorrentino, 2013. Set in Rome, this film also features a exquisite music soundtrack. I've featured some of the songs in other videos in the past. Another really deep film, really moving, really powerful and potent, also very stylish, and 100% worth watching. Metropolis, 1927, directed by Fritz Lang. This film is all about man and the machine and the tensions between the two. It is a, really game-changing film in the history of cinema. And as I said, it's silent. I don't think it's often necessary for audio dialogue. Really, really so effective, the physicality and gestures of the actors. Grand Hotel Budapest, Wes Anderson, 2014. This film is sublime, and so many wonderful actors in this film. You've got Jude Law, Tilda Swinton, Léa Seydoux, Owen Wilson. Wes Anderson's just got such a particular way of directing and filming. The colour palettes, the music, again, stunning visually and so well performed. Death in Venice. I mentioned this Visconti film the other day, and it's originally a novel by Thomas Mann. Features music in the soundtrack by Gustav Mahler, and set in Venice, of course. Really, really stunning, really poetic, really moving, and this poster is a Japanese poster of Death in Venice. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful? Space Odyssey, 1968, directed by Stanley Kubrick. This film inspired David Bowie's song Space Odyssey, and it's an epic of epic proportions, this film. I think there's even a built-in prelude, or sorry, not prelude, but there's like an interval in the midst of this film because it's so epic that there needs to be a moment where you stop to go and top up your champagne or make a cocktail. It's that epic. But wildcard time, we have a film called Blue Dream, directed by Suleiman from 2023. Actually, it came out yesterday. Hanamichi Productions. I've been told that this film is about a young man who walks through the garden dreaming of the blue flower and is searching for beauty and art and poetry, and imagines that he is wearing a kimono and is in Japan in a Japanese garden, but he's not.